Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, we'll be taking a trip to the Magic Kingdom. Now this video will be a little bit different than the past videos I've done with commentary. This one will have a minimal amount of commentary in it. And we'll start our journey here on the express monorail to the Magic Kingdom. You can see the construction over on the Tron ride there in Tomorrowland. And as we get closer to the front gates here, you can see what the crowd levels look like. Now this was filmed back on Thursday earlier this week, and you can see it was a really slow day at the Magic Kingdom. They're still limiting capacity to a very small number of guests, and of course you do have to have a reservation to be able to go and get inside the park. Some of the things we'll see in this video is we'll take a closer look at the Tron construction, the newly repainted castle. We'll look at some construction going on inside of Tomorrowland, Halloween merchandise, and we'll take a tour around the park during an afternoon rainstorm. You can see here that the moat around the castle has been refilled with water now, and it appears that all the work is done now on the castle. The castle has been repainted in honor of Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. It's painted a rose gold color with royal blue and gold. Now they originally started repainting the castle back in March. Now they did stop work on the castle during the closure for a period of time, but it does appear that all the work is done now. Now I'm gonna start making my way towards Frontierland. Ever since they've announced that they're gonna retheme Splash Mountain, the lines have been fairly busy for the ride. There still hasn't been an announcement on a closure date or when the work will begin.
For a face covering at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose.
Well, once upon a time, not your time, nor yet your Maria at this time.
I was trying something a little bit different here. I actually took my camcorder on the ride. Usually I just use a waterproof camera like a GoPro or something similar, but you'll see in here once I get a little further along in the ride, just to the laughing place part right before the drop, you see the ride stopped here and the lights came on, and it was stopped for maybe 5 minutes or so. That's looking behind the boat there. You can see their boats are backed up pretty bad now, so with having my camcorder out I had to be really careful so it wouldn't get wet. So I was putting it away in the case really quick on all the parts where you do get wet.
Boys and girls, please sit while locking your arms. Your arms will begin most momentarily.
I was kind of hoping we were going to get evacuated off the ride, but no such luck, and the ride continued. I have been evacuated off of a few rides at Magic Kingdom, and it's always neat to see behind the scenes. We're getting ready to get on the Haunted Mansion, and a quick disclaimer, I did film with night vision on there. It doesn't really ruin any of the magic on the ride, just allows you to see quite a bit more with it being so dark. And there's only about 60 seconds of footage on there, so if you don't want to see it, just a spoiler warning.
It's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween.
over here in Storybook Circus, looking at the construction going on at Tron here, and it doesn't look drastically different from the last time I was here in the last update I made. One of the best places in the park to see the construction from for the Tron ride being built, in my opinion, is on board the People Mover. Now Disney did make an update on the People Mover, and it looks like it will reopen on November 1st. It's now listed as closed for refurbishment.
We have indoor plumbing now. Oh boy, that's really great on cold nights, especially for our perennial house guest, old Uncle Orville. Uncle Orville's taken over the coolest spot in the house, of course, and he's rigged up a real clever contraption. He calls it air cooling. Too bad he's not reading the help wanted ads.
No privacy at all around this place.
Sorry, Orville.
As we move along, it's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and there's rain in the forecast. So at this point, I went to get a snack and I headed to the relaxation station that's at the Tomorrowland Terrace. Now the relaxation station is the part of the park where you can take your face mask off. You can also take it off to eat or drink if you're standing stationary somewhere. How it works in the relaxation station is that once you go into the area, you can only remove your face mask once you're sitting down at a table. And then if you get up to throw something away, you have to put your face mask back on. And you can see at this point, it has stopped raining for the most part. It would start raining again. Now the crowds really thinned out during the rain, and it was really slow from this point until close. Now we're going to head back into Tomorrowland. You'll see they've completely removed the sign for Stitch's Great Escape. You'll also notice the work that's going on up next to the People Mover tracks there. They have those beams covered. And what they're doing, they're removing these big stainless steel pieces that they have up there. You can see here by the Merchant of Venus store, they have removed them here. And I'm not really sure if they're doing away with these or if they're redoing them. They did, of course, change the Tomorrowland sign last year, which had a lot of stainless steel on it, and now it's just that all white structure. Now as we head back into Fantasyland, most of the wait times were around 10 minutes or less at this point. You'll notice here on It's a Small World that they have added the barriers or the barricades, whatever you want to call them, in the line. You'll see there. We'll look at them after we step off the ride here.
Although that's such a tall color, but it is.
Hey guys, come on. Hey guys, come on.
And that's going to conclude this trip to the Magic Kingdom. We'll take a look at some of the construction going on though from the ferry boat here as we start to leave the park. You can see it started to rain again. Now as we get on the ferry boat here, the first construction we're looking at, I believe this is going to be a security checkpoint here. This checkpoint will be for the bridge that's being built in between the Grand Floridian and the Magic Kingdom, so you'll be able to walk from the Grand Floridian now. And the next shot we have here will be of that bridge. It's really very hard to see from this angle because it's so far away, but you can see it there, and that will be really nice, especially on those busy days when you have to wait a while to get on the monorail or ferry boat to leave the park. One last thing I noticed on this day is they were still running all 3 ferry boats even with the smaller crowds, and I guess they're doing that probably because the capacity is so much lower on them with social distancing, so they can't allow as many guests to get on them at one time. I really appreciated that. I think one of my least favorite things to do is when you go to leave the park and then you have to wait what seems like forever sometimes to get on the ferry boat or to get on the monorail or even a bus to leave. And that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think of the minimal commentary. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
And I believe that